In this video, I want to talk about the benefits of separate body armor for adventure touring. If you're using a kit that has integrated body armor now and you're wondering what all the fuss is about, maybe this video will help. By integrated armor, I'm talking about the removable armor pads that are built into your jacket and pants. By separate armor, I mean the stuff you see riders wearing off-road. It attaches directly to your body and it's not built in. There's four main advantages to separate body armor. First, when you take your jacket off on a hot day or in rough terrain, you still have armor, so you still have protection. Second, the jacket itself is smaller and lighter, so when you do remove it, you can store it on the bike. Third, when you crash, your armor is always in the right place because it's connected to your body and not to your clothing. Fourth, you can mix and match your armor and your jacket to match the trip, the riding, and the temperature. Sometimes you might want a light, ventilated armor kit and a heavy-duty shell. Other times, you might want a light packable shell and some heavy-duty impact protection. Adventure riding is the only sport I've ever seen where people wear a big, heavy-duty, waterproof rain jacket in the desert on a hot day. They do that because their armor is in the jacket, so if you take it off, you have no armor protection, plus the jacket itself is so big, there's nowhere to store it on the bike. With separate armor, on a hot day, you take off your jacket, stash it on the bike, and ride with just your jersey. It's a lot more comfortable and way more ventilated. Sliding on dirt is a lot different than sliding on pavement, so you don't necessarily have to wear a heavy-duty outer shell all the time. Plus, the speeds are slower, and sometimes the riding gets technical and athletic, and you're working up a sweat. Trail riders, who hardly ever ride on pavement, can get away with a light packable shell, just enough to stop the wind and the water. For adventure riding, we have to think about abrasion and pavement safety too. That's why we make super tough, heavy-duty, CE-rated shells like the Basilisk. They're designed to fit over separate body armor, and they'll protect you in a slide. To me, the true test of an adventure riding kit is whether I would take it on a trip when I didn't know what the temperature, the weather, or the riding was going to be like. Maybe it'll be hot or freezing cold, it could be pouring rain, or maybe it'll be sunny and beautiful. The riding could be technical and athletic, and sometimes fast and paved. Because on an adventure trip, we're likely to encounter all those conditions, even if that's not quite what we expected when we left on the trip. A riding kit based around separate body armor is going to expand the bookends of comfortable riding conditions, especially at the hot end of the spectrum. All that said, integrated armor has some benefits too. Mainly, it's simpler. There's a lot less parts and pieces, you just put on your jacket and go. You know, if you ride mostly in cool temperatures and you stick to fire roads and pavement and you don't crash much, you might not notice a difference. But for most adventure riders, as they progress with the sport and they migrate more towards dirt and off-road exploring, I think they'll generally be happier with a separate armor kit. And not just for day rides and dual sport, but for long-distance touring too. A jacket like our Basilisk IR does both. It comes with pads included, but if you remove the pads, it also works great as an over-armor shell. If you have any thoughts or questions about this topic, please leave them in a comment below. I'm Pete with Moskomoto, and thanks for watching.